Hello, hello, and welcome to the live show where I'm going to make a really cool thing and show you a really great watercoloring technique. So hang on for just a second so that I can get everything I need for tonight's show all ready and shared and all of the things, the buttons clicked, all of that stuff. So happy Thursday. Oh my goodness, it's Friday Eve already. I can't believe it. Woohoo. Yay. Love Fridays. I love the end of the week. Don't you? Look at us. Hello, Anita. Hello, hello. Oops. Hi, Kat. Me too. Hi, Barbie. I honestly have been waiting and waiting and waiting to do this transfer. It has taken me a really long time, but we are ready to go now with this. I'm super excited. Today's project link. I love, love, love. Okay, so we got that all done. Now, it's like something on my lip. Okay, on uploads live. I am really bad. All right, I gotta catch up on clicking. Today's live is on. Okay. Hallelujah. Let's go ahead and interesting. Don't want to do any of that. I'm looking for my share button again. Oh, why does it do this to me? I guess there are two places where you can look at a live. And one place you can share and one place you cannot share. And I keep ending up in the place that you cannot share. Okay, let's share this puppy out. We are gonna take it over to the group. And here we go. Okay, let's have some fun. It is Friday or Thursday. It's Friday night. Woohoo! Hi, Mom. No, it's Thursday night. It's Friday Eve. Let us grab our transfer trimmers and get this done. OMG. Hi, Laveda. Hi, Shelly. Oh, I do have to update you on the houses. Hi, Angie. Hello, Mary and Gail. Are you doing better? Good. You get to go home tomorrow. Okay. And hello, Carol. And here we go. Houses. So last night when we went to go visit houses, I fully intended that we would be putting an offer on a house. I 100% just thought for sure we found the one. But I'm going to tell you something. The people who take the photographs for Realtor.com or whatever you look at your realty on, they are clearly talented in optical illusion. The illusion of this is an amazing place versus this is a POS. The home that we went to look at, I don't even want to say like the home values that we're looking at. But this is a house on a lake with 10 acres, and they're asking a lot of money for it, and the house was wretched. It was so unkept, and these are the only people who live there, and I know I'm just so floored by this. Not good at all. I was so incredibly disappointed. Like I couldn't even say, well, this house has good bones, we can fix it up. No. No. I feel like it's like this little, like the pig that built their house out of bricks and the one built their house out of wood and one sticks and one built it out of straw. It was built out of straw. It was like not even good bones. And that's like way too much to pay for. Anyway, I was sad. It really was. I really wanted to love that. Like every turn I was like, oh, well, I like this little thing. But the whole big picture was awful. It was awful. Just bad. And, I hope somebody doesn't get suckered into paying that much for that property. That's all I can say. I mean, we did have to walk half a mile, maybe, to the lake. It was far from the house, but it was all property between the house and the lake. Hi, Tammy. Well, thank you very much. I got to go out to lunch with some friends today, and it was very exciting. And it was to a new like winery in town, and not really in town, in the city, downtown. We call downtown the city. In town would be where I live, the little small town. But yeah, I got to go and have lunch with friends, which I never ever get to do. Hello, Amory. Hi, Gwen. Catfishing going on with real. Like I'm telling you, the person was talented, whoever took those photos, to make it look like your dream home. They have lake access. They have a beach. They have like a pavilion with stuff. They have a dock that I nearly fell off of because it's a floating dock. I'm like, don't walk with me. Don't walk with me. Like, let me just. It was awful. And then, so we're like, the barn has to be amazing. It's brand new. Has to be awesome. And we walk in. There's no electricity. There's nothing. It's just the barn. Brand new. And one wall is like, they started to insulate it themselves. Never finished. Half of it's like hanging down. Piles of wood up to here. Tongue and groove, like shiplap wood that I'm guessing are going to go on that wall after it's insulated. But it's like everything is half done. There's another word I would say. Everything is half done. There is nothing. Anything that they did to like update was not done well. And so I'm like, no. All right, so I want to tell you about this project. We're using the faith transfer. Hi, Virginia. We're using the faith transfer. This says faith makes all things possible. And then the other part of the transfer says trust in the Lord. And it has these beautiful florals that make a perfect palette for some watercoloring. So what I'm going to do is I fuzz this a lot. I'm not going to wax my surface, and here's why. I am going to watercolor, and watercolor doesn't mix well with wax, so water does it. So I'm going to be gentle, and I'm going to lay this transfer into my double-sided board and base on the white side. Oh, my children are so loud right now. I don't know if you can hear them, but their dad is mowing the lawn, so there's nothing I can do. They're upstairs. Housing market is ridiculous. So here's the thing. Yes, bidding wars, all of those things. When we were walking around, so there's this other home on a lake that we actually did put an offer on. But again, it wasn't worth what they were asking for. In fact, here is like, it wasn't worth what they were asking for. And we know this because it's been on the market since October and not moved. They've dropped the price, dropped the price, dropped the price, dropped. Well, I think they're still overpriced. And that home is on a lake, but it doesn't have a dock, and it has wetlands between the home and the lake, like some wet land, like it's kind of wet. So the home is not in danger of like flooding or anything. The home is on a hill, built on a hill. Like it's a nice, it's nice. It's not going to get flooded or anything. But in the backyard, there is eventually a slope, and then down there is kind of wet. Well, you need to build a boardwalk across the wetlands to the lake, and then build a dock on the lake, which is fine, but it's going to cost, you know, anywhere from like $35,000 to $50,000 to do that. So they were going to pay to have that done, and we said, don't worry about doing it. We'll do it ourselves. Take that price off the top. They wouldn't even do that. So we're like, they came down $25,000. No, sorry. You know this has to be done. You're willing to spend your own money to do it, but you won't take it off the top and let us do it. But there's a whole lot of other. We called this house the Island in the Stream house. You know on House Hunters how they always name the house? This is the Island in the Stream house because you have to redo the kitchen because it's so awful. It was done in the 90s, and there are 4 kitchen islands. 4 permanent kitchen islands, 2 sinks, 2 dishwashers, 2 cooktops. It hurts my brain to think why. Because there aren't 2 refrigerators. There's a double oven, which is pretty normal. But it's crazy. The Island in the Stream house. So then add on the price of redoing your kitchen. Brings down even more. But anyway, we put an offer. They didn't want to play with us. They countered. Not good enough. So we walked away from that one. But that house is actually way better than what we saw last night. And they are very similar in prices. Hi, Amy Cresswell. Oh, you got to sell your condo. Yeah. So I think our house would sell pretty quickly. I know now that song is in your head. Hi, Roxanne. Hello, Monique. Hi, Jill. So anyway, I mean, it's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. Everything is fine. Right? What else can I say? It's all good. I've got a lot of colors that I'm going to work with tonight. And okay. Because we're going to be doing blending and all the things. But first, we're going to do our outline in black. Black it is. So, I'm going to use a small squeegee and just, I think I'm going to stir this up. Nice and smooth. I love our Creamy Dreamy chalk paste. It's the best ever. Okay. Now, I'm gonna dip. Oh, I cannot forget about my YouTubers. Hello, Shorty. Hi, Heidi. I know, I remembered you. I got you. Okay, so I'm gonna go over this in black. You could do a brown because you've got that brown frame. I like the look of black on my outline of my watercoloring. So I'm gonna do all of the outline of this whole transfer black. So this is so easy. Beginners can do this. You're just gonna spread the chalk paste across all of the silk screen. Okay, so wherever you see the silkscreen cut out, you're just going to spread your chalk paste evenly across all the sections. And then you use your squeegee like a squeegee, and you kind of scrape to move it and to smooth it out. I always say first you apply the chalk paste, then you smooth and remove the extra. Any excess can go back into the container. I'm almost done, and then I'll get to that point where I will put the rest back into the container. And you just want to, so this does get a little bit close to the edge. So you want to make sure all the little bits and pieces are covered. I actually am going to turn this so I have a better angle because I'm hitting the edge of the board, and I don't want to do that. Okay, here we go. So now I'm just gonna do that, like I said, smooth and remove, and then you're just gonna put your extra paste, just kind of scrape it on that side, get it back into the container, and that is good to go. I did get some paste on the edge of my board, and so I'm gonna wrap this little thing around my finger, and I'm gonna try to wash it off, and then I'm gonna have to wrap it around again, just trying to kind of there. That looks pretty good. I just got my nails done, and they are light colored, and I don't want to get them dirty. All right. Oh, I just smeared it. I am such a nincompoop sometimes. Okay. So we are going to peel and reveal. Oh, Kathy, thank you. Hello, Christina. Hi, Gail. Dolly and Kenny Rogers. Haha. Islands in the Stream. Yep. That caters to foreigners. Some people insist on more than one kitchen. So, I actually, because there was 2 of so many things, but usually they have 2 refrigerators, I thought maybe it was because they were kosher. You know, they have to have 2 of certain things, but I didn't think, it doesn't make sense, but they are not, and I have no idea, but they built the home in 1997, and someone else said maybe it was like a family where there were multiple generations, you know, because it's a rather large house, and they certainly could have multiple generations. I totally smeared my black. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. Everything is fine. The other thing I thought, so this is what it looks like. Super cute. Love it, love it, love it. I'll flip it around so you guys on YouTube can see. I'm going to put this away and wash my transfer over there. And then we will get to drying this and kind of like doing our painting, what we're going to do. Lid. Lids are good. Put the lid on. Wash the transfer. Put the lid on. All the things that I need to do. Okay. It's a long transfer, so it'll take me a minute. My beautiful brand new board eraser, all white, is getting all dingy and everything from the black. That's what happens when you wash a black transfer or black chalk off a transfer. All right, I think that's pretty good. Oof. This is how my nails get dirty. It's washing black transfers. Okay. Thank you. Fancy chalking. I almost did like a big thing where I had to paint it with paint, and I was like, I probably shouldn't. Not tonight. My mom just sent me a listing of a house that's for sale. And I was like, I'm on my phone and I see this come through and I'm like, I shouldn't be reading this, but anyway. The joys of house hunting. Good thing is we don't have to move. If we find something, it'll be great. As I dry this, I just want you to know that I actually have a free crafting group that you can join if you haven't already. And all you have to do is type add me in the comments, ADDME, and I will send you the link through Facebook Messenger to join. Okay? So go ahead and do that. You'll get more ideas, inspiration, and insider information by being in that group. Today I just posted my first 2 in-person events for 2021. I'm so excited. I have a workshop and a chalk night on the books for July. So check that out. I will be moving my calendar into August very soon. So if you're looking to do a workshop, I can host here in my studio, or I can come to you with a workshop, whatever you want. Within reason, I travel maybe like 30 minutes or so. We could work it out. So if you're interested in a workshop or a class with your friends, those are things that I do. I actually do leave my house. And I do come to you. All right, so let's get into some painting, shall we? Now, in order to do this, I'm going to use my color trays, and I should have I should have way more than just a few color trays. I'm going to put my artwork here. I'm going to put my color trays in front of me so that I don't like drip anything. Now these are just neat little trays that can hold your chalk, and you can use them for mixing or whatever. I'm going to use 2 greens. I have and I'm just taking like a little, I don't even need that much, let's be honest. I just need like half of a scoop of like each color. I've got my meadow, and I'm using this beautiful, I need some more stir sticks, hold on. Beautiful eucalyptus. So we'll get another one of that, and we'll just kind of like set those to the side. I've got some Couture coral, which we love. This is like a deep pink. We'll do like half of a scoop. We've got some guava for a little orangey. We'll do half of a scoop. And then I've got some Marvelous for like a little lighter, just a little lighter of the kind of mauve-y, purpley pink. I just love that color. Now, so you can see kind of what I have in here. I'm going to go ahead and spray with this is my fine mist sprayer. It sprays a fine mist of water. I put distilled water in here, and I'm going to give one full long spray to each color. Okay? So you guys can kind of see what's happening there. Then I'm going to take my same stir stick and I'm going to mix in that paste with the water until it is a solution and all of the paste is dissolved into the water and it is a very pretty pink watery color. Which is how we're going to paint with it. You can paint, especially, there are a few different techniques that I will show you today, now that I think of it. So we're gonna do mostly these watery colors, but we can do some painting with full, oh, I know. I still think someday I will put we should do a like a retreat weekend, and like we can bring, like I can bring workshop supplies and do like a whole getaway, like a girls trip somewhere, and I think it would be very fun. And when COVID is over, so we can do that, and I think it would be fun. Sometime, probably, I don't know what time of year would be best. If it was somewhere warm, I would say winter, but then you run into travel snaggles, you know, if you've got bad weather. Fall is always a good time. Fall is always a really good time to do like retreat weekends. When I used to hold scrapbooking weekends, it was mostly, the fall was like the time to do it. Usually October, November, and then I think I did one in January, February too. Okay, so we've got all of our colors here. I've got my paintbrush set here, and I probably will grab another like fine brush that is my own. But what I want to do is make sure that's all dry. I'm gonna do the leaves kind of two-toned, but a little bit blended together with wine. That would be lovely. With wine, of course. We will always have wine. Actually, what I've been drinking lately is Malibu. So you take cranberry juice, pineapple juice, and Malibu, which is coconut rum. You can take any kind of coconut rum you want, I guess. I'm going to kind of start over here, and I'm going to lay down some darker green into the leaf. And I really, really am trying to not go outside the lines. However, it might happen, and I'm not going to be mad about it. And I'm going to do some of these darker. And then I'll go back in. I could do some down here. I don't want all of my leaves to be dark. I actually want them mostly light. but I want to have a little bit of dark green in there. So I'm just going to do a little bit on each one, and then I'm going to go in. And of course, the further you get from the chalk paste color, the lighter your paint is going to be. So the more you use it, the more watery it gets, the lighter that color is. So we're just gonna, I'm just gonna try. Oh, and I forgot that that was there. You don't really want to touch the black ink, black chalk, I mean, only because it can reconstitute it a little bit. So you just want to watch what you're doing. Try to stay out of the way of everything else. There we go. Oh, this is nice. It's already like laid out for me. Okay. And then pretty much we're just going to go back in. Either you could water it down more to make it lighter, or you can move to a lighter color, which is what I'm going to do. Cleaning off my paintbrush as much as I can. I'm actually going to wipe it with my towel too because my water is black. Well, then don't have the coconut. Mary, thank you. Oh, Veronica, hello, hello, hello. Don't have the coconut. You could just have the wine. So today at my wine tasting, I had some really delicious wines. And one of them was like a green apple flavor-ish. It was so good. I cannot lie. So you do kind of want to have a steady, I am going to get my smaller brush for this, but you do kind of want a steady hand when you're going in here. And don't worry, you can totally blend these colors because that's what nature does. Nature blends all of the colors. Go in here and get a little bit more of this eucalyptus. It's awesome. There we go. So some of my colors are going to be the blended, and some of them are just eucalyptus, and some of them are just meadow. But it's really pretty cool. And don't worry if you go outside the lines because it's okay. Some of the lines could disappear on you if you cover them up on accident. Now, what I'm going to do is grab an even tinier brush that I kind of have for these reasons. And I'm going to go in just with my eucalyptus. And I'm just going to start doing these little lines. So when I first started, this was one of my favorite things to do, was like to paint in here. And I would sit And I worked on some projects that took me hours and hours and hours to complete. And it was just like coloring, you know, like soothing, relaxing. And after this is dry, if you want to go in and add like more texture, you can go in and add some darker colors on top to give it more of a little texture to it, and really blend colors. It's some of my favorite stuff to do. I like to blend color. Like, I'm not an artist. I'm not a painter. Never have been. Probably never will be. I've tried. My mom, we used to do paint classes here at my home. My mom was the teacher because she is talented in that way and I am not. And I can follow her direction, but it's just not as good, you know, as some people. Some people just have that eye, that talent. I don't have that eye, but I'm a pretty good copier, you know, sometimes. All right, so now I'm going to go in and just kind of do that, like the little bit of, oh, that one doesn't really need it. I'm going to get a little bit of dark green and go in and do that part of the flower that has the like green part at the bottom. Okay, so we got greens all going on here. Now, I really want to dry it so I don't mess anything up, but it can be tricky because it's water. So we're going to try to not move it. You can actually see if there's quite a bit of water in there. You can actually see the water move, so you want to be careful. You can even take some black and go over those edge lines if you wanted to. Oh, Mary, I feel you. So here's how I describe myself, and I do believe it is true. I am creative, okay, and I can do things and I can figure things out and I can copy things, but I am not talented. I have no raw talent for design or for painting or for drawing or for anything like that. We're almost dry. We're getting there. I just, you know me and messing things up. All right. I think I'm going to set the green over there and move into, this is nerve-wracking. I want to make sure that my paintbrush is clean. I should have brought over like fresh water. All right, it's definitely clean. Okay, I think I'm going to kind of do the same thing I did. I'm going to start with my darker color. In that case, it is, I'm right-handed, so we probably should start over here. And I'm just going to start outlining things in this color. Couture Coral. It's our darkest color that I chose. I still wanted this to be summery, sweet, you know? I'm just gonna So we did some coral on that. And we'll do some coral over here. There are a lot more black lines on these flowers than I think there were on the leaves, but it'll be just fine. It'll work out. Okay, let's do just a little over there. I think we'll do a little bit here and there. Okay. Just get a few good spots of this. All right, now I'm going to go in. I am not even going to clean this off because we are using colors. This is the orangey. And I'm just going to try to fill a little more space with the orange. Hopefully you guys can kind of see what's happening. Whoopsies. And sometimes you go over the black lines and it's whatever. It is what it is, and it's not a big deal. One of my favorite. I am almost kind of stippling this in. You know what stippling is, like dotting it in. As you kind of press down, more of it comes off your brush. I'm actually gonna fill that in right there. And we'll do some more here. Okay, so we got the orangey pink going on. Looks really pretty to me. I'm gonna clean this now as much as I can with black water, and then I'll clean it off. And now we're gonna go in with this lightest color, and I think I'm gonna keep using this brush because it's working for me. If it stops working for me, I will switch to the other brush. So I'm just filling in all the white spots now with our much lighter Mauvelous. So the colors I'm using, you guys, Mauvelous is what I got right now. Before that, I had Guava, and before that, it was Couture Coral. So these three colors are my pinkish. I'm just trying to blend some here with my brush. The greens I used, and this is all in the cart link, the link for the project. I used eucalyptus and then meadow. So those are the two greens that I used. Okay. Just kind of filling this out. Okay, now we got to get down here to our little flower that goes off the edge. We love it when things go off the edge. At least I do. All right, so that is pretty much done, as I look and see if I see a big white spot, I may just fill it in a little. I am so pleased with the colors that I chose for this. They really, really, really worked out well. And the Mauvelous really does give a nice kind of a flatter contrast to that brightness of the other two colors. I'm going to dry this. And I did make quite a mess here on my, but oh, thank you. Can you paint the Chalk Couture white frames? Yes, you can. You can paint the frames. I've painted a number of frames. We don't get phone calls here. Not for real things anyway. The other thing you can do if you aren't very steady-handed, like if you wanted to go back over the black lines, you could use our black chalk marker. Probably easier for you. And the black chalk marker is washable in case you wanted to use it on one of our washable surfaces. So as this dries, who is it? It's probably no recording, but yeah, if it's a recording, you can hang up. It's not a big deal. Recordings are never real.
She asked for Sarah.
I know. They've been calling all day for the past few days. Dad's been telling them I'm not here. But I know, record. I'm sorry. I just wanted to fill in a little bit here. As it dries, you can kind of see a few more white spots, and then you can kind of fill in where you want. Do a little bit of pink over here. There. So that's cool. But yeah, you can paint the frames. You can paint them with chalk paste. You can paint them with regular paint. I have done a number of frames. Yeah, my car extended warranty probably. Literally. My husband's like, no, she's not home right now. And we don't ever use, we just need to get rid of our home phone. It's just, now that Ryan has a cell phone and Easton can get a hold of us if he needs to. There we go. I will hold this up so you guys can see it. Make sure it's totally dry. Oh, my boy is very loud. So today is the 8th. Tomorrow is the 9th. Guess what Saturday is? It's members only day. So all of my Club Couture members, if you guys don't know what club is, type club in the comments. But Club members only day is coming up on the 10th of July. So you definitely want to figure what that is. Figure out what that is. If you are a club member and you're in my VIP group, you are all good to go. You know what you're doing. But if you are not a club member or you are not in my group, make sure you get there so that you can take advantage of Members Only Day, which happens the 10th of every month. Let me see. I got a little chalk paste all over. That's what happens when you're painting. But I will hold this up so you guys can see it. All of my friends in Facebook land and YouTube land. What do you think? Pretty cool, huh? Some of the black I went over, you know, because my hand is not steady. But I kind of freaking love it a lot. I do love how the colors work with each other. And if I wanted to go over any of that black, I certainly could, but I don't think I'm going to. And by the way, you guys, when you do this and you do that watercolor, it makes you feel like you're an artist. And I know I'm not, but I can paint in the lines kind of, a little bit, kind of. Oh, thank you, Linda. Thank you, Veronica. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Bernadette. Yes, Angie, you do. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Jane. Thank you, Pamela. Oh, thank you, Gwen. If you guys would like information about becoming a Chalk Couture designer, just type team in the comments and I will send you a link to my opportunity group where you can get all the ins and outs. Until tomorrow, Wine Friday. I brought my wine cup down. I have my wine in the fridge. I am ready to go. So tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern time is when I will be live again with another project. And I will teach you a new fun something, I don't know, or maybe or remind you of a technique that maybe you haven't done for a while. So here's to watercolor technique, and I have been waiting since forever to do this one. Immediately I loved it, and so excited I got to do it with you guys tonight. Have a really great rest